and welcome to another episode of Crash Course. Today's topic is the genetic disorder known as enolase deficiency. As you can tell, I'm at the gym, I'm not at my normal lab. No, I'm not doing this to show off or anything. I'm doing this for science. As you can see, my pectorals are engaged and my triceps are flexing, and my heart is pumping blood to all these places. I'm able to do all this using a special molecule known as ATP. You might be wondering what any of this has to do with enolase deficiency. You see, I was able to perform that task because my body goes through the 3 steps of cellular respiration properly and efficiently. Glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain all work in harmony to produce ATP, which I then use as energy. Being enolase deficient means you do not have the enzyme that breaks down the 1,6-bisphosphate into G3P. Let's take a look at the steps of glycolysis to get a better understanding. We can see right here is where the enolase enzyme would come in and break down the fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. If this enzyme is not present, we cannot go through the steps of glycolysis, which in turn means we have no pyruvates, which in turn means we cannot go through the steps of anaerobic respiration. So we can't go through glycolysis, and we can't perform anaerobic respiration, nor can we enter the Krebs cycle using acetyl coenzyme A because we have no pyruvates to make acetyl coenzyme A. So what can we do? Well, for starters, we can get rid of bread because we can't eat carbs anymore. All we can eat are proteins and fats. Eating carbs would just result in you feeling nauseous and uneasy. But why can we eat proteins and fats and not carbs?
Proteins contain amino acids that can be used further along the Krebs cycle, such as citrate. Fats from food are broken down into fatty acids, which can then be used by cells that need it. Both of these processes don't require glycolysis, which is why we can consume them.
So we now know what enolase deficiency is and how it works. But what are the symptoms of enolase deficiency? They include constant fatigue, dizziness, growth in neurological issues due to the lack of energy, headaches, and nausea after consuming carbs. So basically Evan Marriott on a daily basis. The life expectancy of someone with enolase deficiency is no different than the average male or female. However, your quality of life is greatly impacted. The body of someone with enolase deficiency cannot go through anaerobic respiration, which means they can't perform any intense exercise. If someone with enolase deficiency were to participate in things like running, climbing, swimming, or playing sports, they would quickly become fatigued, and in a marathon runner's terms, hit the wall. This is where your body has completely run out of energy and you physically cannot move, and it feels like, well, you hit a wall. Because glucose and glycogen storage are the quickest way to release energy in the body, someone with enolase deficiency cannot do this, which causes for extreme fatigue very quickly. This deficiency has been localized to chromosome 1 in humans. Enolase deficiency usually manifests itself in red blood cells because they rely solely on anaerobic respiration. There are currently no treatment or any cures for enolase deficiency. Potentially with therapeutic cloning, a breakthrough might occur, but it is unlikely due to the regulations and rules around that. In summary, we can see that enolase deficiency is when your body lacks the enolase enzyme and cannot go through glycolysis. This causes a lot of complications with the electron transport chain and the Krebs cycle, where the Krebs cycle can't produce the same amount of NADHs and FADHs needed in the electron transport chain to get a good amount of ATP. It is localized to chromosome 1 in humans. We know that symptoms like fatigue and nausea are very common in people who have enolase deficiency. We know that the life expectancy is still the same as the average human, but the quality of life is greatly impacted as physical activity and other active sports cannot be played to the full extent due to their diagnosis. We also know that their diet would be greatly impacted. Only being able to eat fats and proteins could have a negative impact on the digestive system, as seen in people that take the keto diet on a daily basis. We know that growth defects and neurological damage can occur due to the fact that there isn't enough energy to grow these certain parts of the body. We know that there are no cures or any form of treatment at the moment that can currently help someone with analase deficiency.